Beneath the surface of our oceans lies a world we were never meant to see. A realm where light dies. Where physics feels like it's breaking. And where life takes on forms that look like they belong on another planet. As we descend crossing the Sunlight Zone, then the Twilight Zone, then the Midnight Zone, the creatures we encounter turn progressively stranger. We've sent rovers to Mars. We've mapped galaxies light years away. But the deep sea, we have explored less than 5% of it. Right now, we know more about the surface of the moon than we do about what's happening just 6,000 feet below our own oceans. At the surface, the ocean is bright. It's loud with life. Sunlight fuels plankton blooms which feed fish which feed entire food chains stretching from coral reefs to blue whales, but drop below 200 meters. And that light begins to fade. We are now entering the Twilight Zone, a vast belt of water stretching down to 1 kilometer deep. Here, the sun's rays are too weak for photosynthesis. The forests of plankton vanish. There are no plants, no green energy, only the slow, silent snowfall of particles drifting from above, tiny fragments of plankton waste, mucus, and the remains of the dead. Scientists call it marine snow. To us, it looks insignificant. To the creatures here, it is life itself. And where there is food, there is life. But not life as we know it. The animals of the Twilight Zone have evolved into some of the strangest forms on Earth. Many are transparent, their bodies like glass. The glass squid drifts with its organs barely visible. A ghost against the blue. The glass octopus is almost entirely invisible. Its eyes are the only solid feature. Why transparency? It may be camouflage, a way to vanish in the faintest light. Or perhaps it's a way to conserve energy, in a world where every pigment costs more than it gives back. But others choose the opposite strategy. Not invisibility, but light. In the gloom, some creatures create their own glow through a chemical reaction called bioluminescence. To us, it's dazzling. Flashing dots, glowing patterns. Entire bodies flickering like lanterns in the wind. But here, light is survival. Some use it to lure prey. Some use it to find a mate. And some use it to disappear. There is a trick called counter-illumination. From below, predators can spot a dark silhouette against the faint shimmer of the surface. So animals like the firefly squid cover their bellies with light-producing organs. They adjust the brightness to perfectly match the glow from above, erasing their outline entirely. It is camouflage by imitation, making light to disappear into light. Other species play stranger games. The bloody bellycomb jelly shines in deep red. Down here, red light never penetrates. That makes the jelly appear completely black. Inside its stomach, bioluminescent prey is concealed, hidden from predators that might otherwise detect its glow. In a world defined by light or the lack of it, every adaptation revolves around one question: who can be seen, and who cannot? But the Twilight Zone holds more than tricks of light. It also hosts one of the greatest spectacles on Earth. Each night, as darkness falls above, billions of creatures rise from the depths. Lanternfish, squid, jellies, an entire army of the deep, climbing toward the surface to feed on plankton under the cover of night. At dawn, they sink back down, vanishing into the gloom. This is the dial, vertical migration. It is the largest synchronized movement of biomass on the planet. Greater in numbers than all herds, all flocks, all swarms combined. And yet, despite its scale, this event remained completely hidden until World War II. Naval sonar operators detected a mysterious false seabed, a dense layer that rose every night and sank every morning. It wasn't the ocean floor. It was life, an entire invisible world, moving as one. This is the threshold of the deep. The first layer of a world we still cannot fully explain. Past 1 kilometer, all sunlight disappears. We have reached the Midnight Zone. Here, there is no dawn, no dusk, only endless night. Temperatures hover just above freezing. The pressure is hundreds of times greater than at the surface. To humanize, this seems like a world where nothing could survive. And yet, it is here that evolution becomes most creative. Take the dragonfish. Unlike most creatures in the deep, it can produce red bioluminescence. To almost every other eye in the ocean, red light is invisible. That makes the dragonfish's glow a private searchlight. It illuminates prey without giving itself away. Even more mysterious, its eyes are specially adapted to detect this hidden color. It's as though the dragonfish has invented a secret wavelength seen only by itself. And then there are the anglerfish. Perhaps the strangest hunters in the deep. The female dangles a luminous lure in front of her mouth. drawing in unsuspecting prey. But her greatest mystery lies in reproduction. Males are born tiny, weak, and helpless. Their only task is to find a female, a nearly impossible feat in the vast, dark ocean. But when he does find her, he latches on with specialized jaws. His body fuses into hers. His organs wither away until he is little more than a sack of sperm, permanently attached, nourished by her blood. It is one of the most extreme forms of sexual adaptation in the animal kingdom. 4 kilometers down, we leave the open water and touch the bottom of the abyss. This is the abyssal plain, one of the largest habitats on Earth, covering more than half of the planet's surface. And yet, it is also one of the least understood. Here, there are no landmarks, no coral reefs, no kelp forests, no towering mountains. Only a vast desert of mud, stretching for thousands of kilometers in every direction. Food is scarce, so survival here demands strategies unlike anywhere else. One adaptation is size. Many animals of the abyss are giants compared to their shallow water relatives. Giant isopods the size of puppies scuttle across the sediment. Amphipods normally tiny can grow longer than a human hand. Scientists call this deep-sea gigantism. But why it happens remains an open mystery. Does it conserve energy? Is it a defense against rare predators? The truth is, we still don't know. Another oasis of life arrives when giants from above fall. A dead whale sinking to the abyssal plain becomes a rare jackpot. Within hours, scavengers gather, sharks, hagfish, amphipods. Soon after, stranger creatures move in. Bone-eating worms called ozidacs colonize the skeleton, feeding on oils locked inside the bones. Entire ecosystems spring up on a single carcass, lasting decades, until all that remains is dust. But beyond the abyssal plain lies an even deeper frontier, the trenches, carved by tectonic forces. These are the scars of the Earth. Here begins the Hadal Zone, named after Hades, the underworld. It stretches from 6,000 meters, all the way down to the deepest known point on Earth, nearly 11 kilometers below the surface. To put that in perspective, if you dropped Mount Everest into the Mariana Trench, its peak would still be more than a mile underwater. Pressures here exceed 1,000 times what we experience at the surface. To a human body, it would be instantly fatal, and yet, among the most astonishing creatures here are the snailfish. They inhabit the very bottom of the trenches. Fragile, gelatinous, thin, translucent skin. They look too delicate to exist in such a hostile world. Yet, they are the deepest living vertebrates ever discovered. Their bodies lack rigid bones. Their cell structures are reinforced with unique molecules that keep proteins functioning under crushing pressure. But there is darkness here, too. Recent studies found plastic fibers inside the bodies of amphipods pulled from the bottom of the Mariana Trench, proof that even these most remote habitats are touched by human waste. A sobering reminder that the deep is not as isolated as we once believed. And yet, at hydrothermal vents along the trench walls, life takes an even stranger turn. Here, microbes feed not on sunlight, nor on marine snow but on chemicals spewing from the Earth's crust. Hydrogen sulfide, methane, even metals dissolved in superheated water. Entire communities of worms, clams, and crabs depend on these microscopic pioneers. It is a food web based on chemistry, not photosynthesis. It shows us that life can exist in conditions utterly alien to the surface. And these discoveries fuel a larger question. If life can adapt to such extremes here on Earth, could it not also exist on other worlds? Icy moons like Europa and Enceladus hide oceans beneath their frozen crusts, warmed not by sunlight, but by internal heat. To study the Hadal Zone is to glimpse the possibilities of extraterrestrial oceans. For centuries, humans imagined the trenches as lifeless voids, silent graves beneath the sea. What we found instead is resilience. Life that bends. Life that reshapes, life that reinvents itself to endure the most extreme pressures imaginable. And yet, for all we have seen, the deep sea remains a world of questions. More than 80% of our ocean is still unexplored. Each dive, each ROV expedition, brings back creatures we have never seen before. Transparent fish, glowing worms, jellies that break every rule of biology. It is a world where discovery is not rare. It is constant. Why do so many deep-sea creatures grow to enormous sizes? Why do others turn nearly invisible? Why did bioluminescence evolve hundreds of times, in hundreds of different ways? We still cannot fully explain it. Perhaps that is what makes the deep so powerful. It reminds us that Earth still holds secrets. Secrets worth protecting. Secrets worth discovering. I'm Rana Asif. This has been the Deep Dive. Stay curious.